The other thing, though, is my podcast. So my podcast is Jammin'. We're getting, in fact, I'm interviewing Sharon Lecter for my podcast. We just did Bob Proctor. And I got John DeMartini coming up and Grant Cardone. So stay tuned as we're going to have a fun summer. I'm actually going to invite some senators from right next door to your big state of Kansas. I'm going to a senator of Missouri, senator of South Carolina, bringing some interesting folks to the playing field here. So exciting times.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, super fun. All right, let's switch gears. Actually, there was a question on Flip. If you just want to put the Flip link, how Flip works. Flip Wall Street is just we call it our wealth account. Right now that it is up and running, it wasn't in my books because that company wasn't designed then. It is a very safe way to invest in the market. It's algorithmically software driven. It takes you out of the market if the market gets volatile. When our clients in Flip, I am an owner of it. I always disclose that. But I just went to Georgia Southern. I don't know how many accounts. I think 50 to 80 of the accounts out of 120 guys open Flip accounts. And for your kids, open accounts, they can put $20 a month. It starts teaching about a free market, about an economy. It's just a great platform to put your money and get it out of your operating account. And the key for that is that you start doing the millionaire like technique of make it, invest it, make it, invest it. Another way to think about it is make it and pay yourself. That way that money's out of your account, because a lot of times you're paying bills, you're buying shit you don't need, right? And then all of a sudden you don't have any money. It's just a way methodically, weekly to get money out of your account. I don't care how much it is. It's that behavior of make it, invest it, make it, invest it. And it is amazing. So you will watch a webinar. You can open up a free app. As you get more into the system, there aren't fees for it, but it does get more sophisticated. There's pro accounts. There's very active accounts. If once you get over six figures, you can actually get the very owner, Kelly Corsick, to help oversee your accounts. And those are jammed at between 42 and 78%. So we want you to put money away and away from yourself, like save yourself. Some of you have such horrible spending behavior. So save yourself and put it away where it gets invested properly. All right, so two big campaigns. One is in motion, askloral.com/spring. The other one coming soon as we get all the details put together. But I want to introduce you to one of our successes. I'm super excited to have him on today. David Lassiter, come join us here on our Ask Loral platform. You want to unmute?
Unmute. All right, thank you.
There he is.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you on. David, when did you join our 100K program?
October of last year, and I'm just so glad I did. Been a definite positive thing in my life.
Okay, we're going to get to all that. So in October, what had you join? Because again, there's a lot of people out here that need this first 100K. Talk about where you were in October and what had you say, I'm just going to jump and do this.
Well, I started my own little business from home, and I was doing pretty good. I was making about $3,000 a month. Then some months was down to $2,000. But I realized this is a whole new venture. I knew nothing about creating my own business. So it came at a perfect time in my life where I was like, this is a great opportunity to get some help, get some coaching, because I need help. So you guys are where it's at right now.
And so what is your business? Yes, you get to do a little marketing here, my friend. So is this a new business that you started in October to do the 100K, or was this something that you were dabbling in? Talk a little bit about your expertise.
Well, I've been in financial services since 97, and I've been dibbling and dabbling in marketing since then, but I really honed in on my skill set because I was locked down during COVID. So I had to figure out how to make money from home. With the insurance business, I wasn't able to do that because I was used to face-to-face, belly to belly. So now everything is on Zoom. So I'm like, how am I going to figure out how to make money? So I just honed in on my skill set, collapsed time frames, and I just got it done.
And so what is the business you're focusing on? It's LinkedIn right now, right? Is that correct?
Yes, that's one of the things. I teach people how to go on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram and start generating their own appointments within minutes.
I love that. And so let's talk. So how did you come up with the concept? Was the concept like, were you at our marketplace when you generated the idea, or did you kind of have it milling around in the background?
Already had the idea before I came to the marketplace, but you helped me improve my skill set and gave me some great ideas.
And how is the community and the structure of the 100K challenge? And those of you that are watching, if you're not involved, we've had this 100K challenge now for probably over a decade, where our guarantees will help you make over 100,000 in a new income stream. So David again started his in October. Talk about how the involvement in the community has supported that.
Well, Thomas and Steve, I mean, they gave so much value. Thomas is my coach. Okay, so every month, actually, I get 8 trainings per year, but still, he's given me some great ideas on how to improve my business, give me a better understanding. And then Steve with this training every week on the fast cash calls. I think it's like 3 times a week. That's more than enough, but you have to stay connected. And he's just given me a deeper understanding of what business is about, some ideas on what to do and what not to do. It's just good to make sure that you stay connected and learn this new strategy so you can be effective in your business and make money. I mean, they're always coming up with good ideas and get a deeper understanding of the funnel that you already have. So it's good. Awesome.
So what do you think the biggest learning has been? Like for you, like if you think about where you were and then what shifted, so, right? And my understanding, right? And you can give the exact detail. In the last 2 months, you've done over 10,000, correct?
10,000 last month and 9,000 in March. And I've been doubling ever since January, but my goal is to hit 20,000 this month.
So what was that catalyst, that moment where that learning, you're like, I get it. Like, was there a moment like that, or was it a gradual kind of muscle conditioning? Was it gradual? Was it like a light bulb moment?
It was an aha moment. I think getting the understanding that your business needs to have different levels. Okay, you have a free option, then you have a $197 option, then you have a $300 option, and in a $997 option. You have to have different levels where people can enter into, and then also those who are already customers, you have somewhere to put them. You got a next step to go. So that was pretty much an aha moment, and then also getting help. That really helped tremendously. I got help in, I think, February, and after I got help, because I was doing everything on my own, but finding good help is very hard.
I got to clarify that, because when you said getting help, like getting help from us, so clearly getting a mentor coach, we'll call us that. Talk more about help. You're talking about hiring humans. So
yeah, hiring like a virtual assistant. Yeah, sorry about that. No, a virtual assistant. I was able to hire a virtual assistant, I believe it was in February. And he started making phone calls for me because I already knew the script. I knew it worked. I was doing everything. And he started hammering that script, and I started getting appointments like that. Just boom, 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 boom. And it was just so much easier. It's like I'm having fun. Literally, I'm having fun. So. And
let's talk. So did you just find a VA on your own? Did you use a service? How did you find a VA?
I believe I got the idea. Oh, one of my buddies gave me the idea, and he helped me set it up. Okay. And it was just a great situation to be in, to get that help.
It's like I don't know, you don't have to disclose necessarily what you're paying him an hour, David, but how much is the value to you, right? Now, you know what I mean?
Priceless.
Like, I don't think people realize, like,
priceless. I mean, you have time freedom. Okay, right. You can make your own schedule. I'm making my own schedule. I can work when I want to work, and people are coming to me and they're lining it right up on my calendar. And if they're not coachable, then I don't work with them. I choose who I want to work with. Right.
So let's talk, how many people are you talking to? Because I know a lot of people that are out there looking for new clients too. And I want to just put in some reality of, we have a lot of clients that don't do anything we say, right? They do their version of what we say. They think they're doing it, but they're not. So when you say someone's not coachable, how do you identify that? Because I think that's really key, right? As you're building your company, to get the clients, like you are extremely coachable, right? So we appreciate that in you, because
Right.
we couldn't do and say we can help you if you aren't willing to do what we've asked. So talk about that coachable like moment where what the questions you ask, where you just know that can't be your client because they're not going to do what you say.
Well, after I go through my little presentation spiel, and if they're hesitant on the question I ask is, are you coachable? Then they're probably not going to be a person that I want to work with if they can't answer the question, with confidence and ease.
Yeah.
I had a lady today, scheduled an appointment with her, but it seemed like it wasn't a good fit. So I asked her the question already yesterday. She said, "Oh, you already asked me that question. I'm a very busy woman." Well, okay. Well, this probably isn't a good fit, but I do thank you for your time. Just like that.
Good. I love that you actually are okay with the no's, because as you know, in our marketplace, right, we ask you to go get no's, and people don't realize that getting no's is okay, because sometimes it's not a good fit, right?
Yeah. All money isn't good money. Trust me.
You are right in a different category of that. Like, I have some investors who can come in with, I had somebody I just denied last night. I actually wrote a thank you for your consideration, who wanted to be one of my biggest investors in my cannabis business, but I knew he would be a PETA. And I just said, even that much money isn't worth it, because the energy that will come with it will cause problems in the project. Right. So I don't know that people understand that getting yeses all the time isn't really the goal. It's getting to that revenue. So let's talk about revenue for you, David. What's changed in your like revenue producing day? As you know, we teach, like when you get up in the morning, I mean, what's your focus? I mean, obviously for you to have gone from 9 to 10 and now, on track to make 20 this month, what's that revenue generating thinking or behavior that you had to put in your day to make this result happen? That makes sense? Like, what shifted?
Well, I've always been coachable, always have some type of system in place. I learned that from Eric Lawfon. But, just to write down the things that you want to do on that day, write down your goals. And with me, I have 2 or 3 things that must get done. So making phone calls, 20 to 30 phone calls a day, because I have somebody also making phone calls for me too. So that, and then direct messaging people on Facebook or LinkedIn. Those 2 things are mandatory for my business on a daily basis.
And so what do you do? What's your strategy that you employ, is the way to ask it, when you get up on those days and say, I don't want to do this today? Like, you're not in the mood. Because I think a lot of people, instead of driving by a goal or an objective or a strategy, they drive by with emotions. They get up and their day is driven by emotions versus the strategy or the goal that they're employing. So, and everybody has that day. I call it my no days. Like, sometimes I'll get up and I'll be having like a no day, and I know what I have to do to get it to a yes day. What do you do?
I just focus on the goal at hand. A professional focuses on what needs to get done, but an amateur focuses on their feelings.
Ooh, that's good. I'm going to borrow that from you. That's good. Because I think a lot of people would say that they're professional. I would agree with you. I think there's a lot of amateurs, and not that that's a judgment. It's you haven't done enough muscle conditioning, like we always use that, you haven't done enough training in the gym, right? In this world, you haven't done enough training in your office or whatever your platform is. So let's see. Thomas strategically listed out some questions that I want to get out of your brilliant brain. Talk about I know you talked a little bit about the teams and coaches, but talk a little more about the 100K program and the process and how it supports you.
Well, when I first signed up in October, you gave us a list of videos to watch. Very simple videos, about 5, maybe 7 minutes long. So I went through all those. I actually went through them twice because it's real simple to take in. And I just focused on doing a little bit at a time. Didn't get too far ahead of myself, and took one step at a time, and just did what I was supposed to do. Did what I was supposed to do. Stay on course. Stayed in the conversation. Came on the calls every week. I might have missed one call a week every now and then, but I'm very consistent with staying on the calls with Thomas and Steven. So great coaches, great guys. Learn a lot all the time. I'm learning something new and a deeper understanding. So Did that answer your question?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
So I want to hop in here with one question, because working with David on the laser calls and the fast cash coaching, David, speak just a little bit about the reporting that you keep yourself accountable with. Because what you do is you are very good at measuring what you do and using that to improve your business.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Well, I have a tracker, which I actually give away for free, but I use it to keep track of my appointments, my show up rate. And I get it down to the 10th. So for example, my March, I had 108 scheduled appointments, 45 people showed up, and my closing ratio was 60%. In April, I had 92 appointments, less appointments, but I made a little bit more money. And, I keep my closing ratio is at 45.8%. And then my show up rate was 52.2%. Most business professionals I talk to, they don't know their numbers.
Right.
Not like that.
Not like that.
And when you know your numbers, it's not a hobby. This is a business. You don't make business decisions based upon, I think my closing ratio was 52% or 30% or 33%. No, you know your numbers, then that's how you make your decisions. You make your decisions based on data, not opinion.
Well, and David, speaking to your experience too, because you had done your revenue model, as we talk about in the 100K challenge, you had were tracking your sales calls, but you identified that with the reporting, you by yourself would not be able to do what it took to meet your revenue goals. Your reporting also helped reinforce the idea that you had to hire a team, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have to. I mean, when you think about the model we teach, it's, you go from the lead generation, however that comes in, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, ads, however you get your leads. And then you have to move them, like I said, through your funnel to an appointment. Without an appointment, you can't, and doing that ask, tell, ask on the appointment, or some version of that sale, right? And Eric Lofholm was in our big table, and he was in our table 10. I think I met Eric in 2004 is how long he has been a client at our big table. And we've hired Eric back. I mean, he's hired us. I mean, that's kind of how it happens once you get into our community, right? We hire each other. We create our own economy. Like, we don't just make this up and say it for marketing purposes. We actually do it. Love Eric's work. And so once you get those appointments, tracking how many appointments you're getting, right? If you think about what we do during the marketplace, we want you to get 10 no's, 10 appointments, 10 no's, and then 20 through the weekend. How many appointments is your goal a day? Like, just minimum appointments a day? Like
five appointments. I have a minimum of 20 per week, but I had about 2 weeks ago, I had like over 30 appointments scheduled. My assistant, he probably got about 25 of them set.
Yep. And then from the appointment, you either go, and how he figures out his closing ratio, for those of you watching, is from the appointment, it either moved into a sale or not. And I'm assuming, because of how you're doing this, you're tracking what they're closing into. So the greater dollar amount, I mean, here's what's going to be the difference. And Mel Mason, who is on our video and doing that other challenge as well, very similar, and I'm going to give you this challenge, is I want you to sell deeper into your funnel over and over. I mean, the goal between 10 and 20,000 is just a deeper sell into your funnel faster and more of them, right? So a lot of you that are out there thinking, well, how do you do it? First, you get the consistency in the behavior, right? And then you sell deeper into your funnel more frequently. Anything you want to add to give some advice now out to those that are working on just building to where you are?
Don't think, just jump. I mean, you see value here. You're on the call here. You've seen what Loral can do. You've been in the community long enough. Stop procrastinating, because when you procrastinate, you lose money. Okay. Now the question is, have you ever been on the wrong side of momentum? And most people, when they've been on the wrong side of momentum before, it doesn't feel good.
So speak to that. I like that. That's like a good conversation. I'm going to give a little lesson on being on the wrong side of momentum.
Well, a lot of times when people procrastinate, it costs them money, even though they know they need to do it. We all procrastinate for, every now and then. We all have a little bit of procrastination in us, but when this is going to affect your business and your future and your family's future, why wait? You know it's valuable and you can help a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are looking for your help. And just keep going. Don't make excuses. Just grind through it. It's going to get better.
Yeah.
Yep. Because you
Awesome.
don't make excuses. You don't make excuses and money at the same time. You just don't.
Look at all your little one-liners. Look at that. You don't make excuses and money at the same time. I'm going to use some of these. These are awesome. So I just want to congratulate you publicly. We're going to take some clips of this, if it's okay with you. We're going to put you out of my podcast.
Absolutely. I love it.
So do you have something free you can give somebody?
I have my free tracker. They can get my tracker for free. I also have a guide that's called 19 Prices, Do's and Don'ts. It's regarding the UTR method that I basically created.
MSU'd it, right? Made it up. We call it MSU, make stuff up. She just made it up, right?
Well, actually, it's valuable information. It's about how to go online and start generating your own appointments. Okay, It's not going to give you everything, but it gives you a nice little sample, some ideas on what to do.
So here's what we're going to do, because we'll put it in our show notes, and we want to be an affiliate of yours to help grow your company. So you and Thomas are going to work that out, and then we will share the link. All right. And we'll get it all set up where we can share your link. We'll be an affiliate. And by the way, those of you watching, I wanted to do this publicly to show you how deals get done. So now we'll be affiliate of his because you need his tracker, but you have to go through our link. That's how you should be doing your business as well. And once you get out to our podcast, our goal is to help him make a lot of business, which helps him get his goal. And as you start seeing things cycle back. So we appreciate you, and congratulations on your success.
Thank you so much, Laura. Appreciate it.
Thank you. All right. So those of you, again, that are out there and you want the / spring into action, you are going to get these videos he was talking about, those 39 videos that are absolutely essential to you making 100K. I think, again, discipline, consistency have to be part of your value set, right? Getting up every day to the consistency of what you're doing, right? The discipline of doing it every day, letting your goal and your strategy lead you instead of your emotions. So David, thank you and congratulations on that. And you got to get help. And I'm on so many interviews and people say, if you could look back, what are the 1 or 2 mistakes? And I say, number 1 is I didn't get help fast enough. And a lot of you, that is the problem. You don't get help fast enough because you don't think you can afford it. Number 1, just commit to paying somebody. Like I just committed today. I moved somebody from part-time to full-time. And really it's, X hundreds of extra dollars a week. And you say, well, and that's going to become thousands, right, within the month. But you know what that person could provide in value to our systems, and it's it's part of our social platform. I mean, it only takes one person to join our 100K that we can make, $10, $15, $20,000. I mean, one person to join our table, $25,000, $30,000. You're going to make it. And then your commitment, because you have a hired team, you don't get to get up and be emotional and just not do your day. You've got a team responsible, and that team probably has a family. So looking forward to watching the rest of you grow. And again, our spring into action is an extraordinary opportunity for you to earn your way to getting those videos. So stay tuned. We will be back next week, 12 noon, as always, on Tuesday with our Ask Loral broadcast. Thomas, anything else you want to add to wrap up our conversation today?
I just want to remind everyone that as we get into summer, as we start moving forward, we're going to be focusing more and more on making money every day. It's going to be worthwhile. It's going to be necessary, and it's going to help you all get to where you want to be. So that is what I will end with, and look forward to seeing everyone next week. Seeing you all. Also go to realmoneytalkspodcast.com for this and more episodes where you can learn more from Laurel's conversation about changing your approach to money.
Yep. And those of you that are out on Instagram, we could do it out here if you want as well. But those of you out on Instagram, we're moving over to Clubhouse at 1:00. So in 3 minutes, I'll see you out on Clubhouse at our Millionaire Maker Club. Talk then, and talk to the rest of you next Tuesday, 12 noon. Take care. Bye.